very, very happy to welcome you again here. We're lucky to have 4 eminent cinematographers here, 3 from India, 1 from Germany.
Ich finde die Initiative des Festivals Making of Indian Cinema sehr, sehr wichtig und sehr, sehr schön. Und was mir besonders gut gefällt, ist, dass bei traditionellen Co-Produktionstreffen bringt man Produzenten zusammen. Und die Produzenten kreieren die Co-Produktionen. Es geht vor allen Dingen um finanzielle Aspekte auch. Wie finanziert man den Film von beiden Seiten? Und dieser Ansatz, die Kreativen aus Indien vorzustellen, der ist einfach neu und den gibt es sonst nicht unbedingt so auf Festivals. Also vielleicht Regisseure, aber jetzt nicht Kameraleute.
Usually when a film is presented at film festival or even different platforms, it's a director, actor or the producer representing the film. So when somebody speaks about technical departments, there's very little known of the process that went behind shooting a certain film, and I think it's nice to connect with the audience on the things that you've been trying to show through your cinematography.
As a child, I used to make comic books of my own. So I had my own characters and I created my own world where I had these little superheroes and they would make stories and fictitious stories, and I would make comic books only because I wanted to draw those story frames. So then I went on to work in advertising as an art director, and I was really influenced by the work of these music video directors of the 80s like Jonathan Glazer, Frank Bajan, Michel Gondry and all these guys. And I really wanted to do cinema, so I went to a film school in Pune. And in 2002, I went to the film school, graduated by 2006, and ever since I've just been shooting as a cinematographer.
I'm quite happy when I'm shooting and when I'm part of the storytelling process. It really excites me. When I was doing software, I'm a trained software engineer as well. It became quite boring after a point because I was in a dark room and I was punching codes, but I was enjoying it for sure, but I was losing humans and I was losing touch with my surroundings. So I left it in the midway. I did not want to pursue the career of software engineering. As soon as I went into film school, it was woof, the entire world opened up for me. The entire cultural world opened up for me. East European cinema, the German cinema, the British cinema, the French cinema, the classic Hollywood, which I have never seen, the Russians, the Koreans, the Japanese, the entire world opened up for me, and I was like a really small child. It's getting me goosebumps even now. I was exploring and I was in wow.
I would base all my characters in a fictitious city, which was something like New York. So yeah, I mean, the greatest thing was that making those dramatic, dynamic frames. I used to love doing that. So maybe I would love to do a superhero movie one day.
There are a lot of women practicing cinematography, but the exposure or the visibility is less, and there's no harm in having a certain representation. And there were some seniors, Fauziya, Priya, Deepti, Savita, who came together to form this Indian Women Cinematographers Collective. So we do have a lot of screenings. Our friends who are, our contemporaries who are doing screenings of their film, they call us for their screenings. We go, we call them for our screenings of our films and our work. So yes, it's important to have some representation and at the same time not isolate yourself.
In order to become a documentary cinematographer or filmmaker, you have to hear your fellow human beings a lot, because I realized that camera has immense power. When people are sitting in front of camera, they just want to be heard.
किसी ने वो ट्रक या वैन को देखा है क्या?